Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. You will notice that we are not at Ostgoroth where we left off. This is the pleasant rolling hills of the Shire. In fact, as you see, it's just about dawn. The sky's pinking up. The little icon here just changed from the moon to the sun, and the happy little daytime music just started. We are right here at the Stable Masters, having just made the ride back over here. And what we are going to do, we are going to hop on our little horse, get up here on Tinder, and we are going to take a ride to the Shire housing development, the Shire housing area. I have decided, being that I have so much money, so we weave our way in and out through all the market carts there in the middle of Michael Delving. As you see, we are here. I've decided, let me pull up my wallet. I know that might not be a good thing to do. Let's see. Alright, the nosy hobbit's got their back to me, so maybe she won't be looking over my shoulder. As you see, we've got almost 11 gold here. Let me keep my voice down a little bit. I don't care. I don't think the gammer heard me, so let me put it back in my pocket. Thank God I wasn't in some of the seedier places of the Shire. I think I'm okay in the capital here, but then again, you don't want to be flashing around a big wad in the middle of a city. So, we are going to continue on down the road here. We are going to head toward the Shire housing development. I was thinking about getting a dwarf house. There's a couple of those I really like because you're able to get snow and everything, but my brother Dwindon is heading that way. He's thinking about picking up one of the dwarf houses, one of the snowing houses, so I think rather we're going to go with tradition and go with a dwarf house. I mean a hobbit house. Alright, we are right here at Waymeet, right where the two roads come together. As you see? And I definitely wouldn't pull out my wallet and show it to y'all in this neighborhood, let me tell you. So once we hit Waymeet right here, let's pull up the map and take a look. It's where the Great East Road meets the North and South Road that goes from Needlehole and the Arid Luine through the bog all the way down through the South Farthing. As you see down on this end of it's the Shire Homestead. So that is where we're going to head. Oop. As you see, we just had one of our fireworks go off from our saddle there. We are going to head straight on down the south route here. Take it down to the Shire Homestead. Now this is not the quickest way to get there by any means. Quickest way would be just cut straight across the fields there. But as usual, I'm going to show y'all the official way, the way by the roads to start with, since we've never been there before. So it's just go to Waymeet and take the southern road. Now right up here, I'm going to stop and take a little detour. Let's head to the top of this little hill here. As you see off to the right, there's where the Shire horse race track is. Right over yonder is where the horse race vendor, the horse race guy always is with his line of horses as a start-finish line. And that right there is the horse race track that's always active in most of the festivals there. So, right here is where the entrance to the Shire vendor, the Shire homestead used to be, right in this area. This gate used to go into it, but they have changed it from back in the day. Before the Shire homestead, well actually no, let me rephrase that. This gate here used to be closed. This used to be the gate to the South Farthing, as you see here. Still got the same name, South Farthing Gate, and you could not actually open this door. As you see, there's a hedge that goes all the way around here. I'll give you all the right information if I'm talking about back in the day. There's a hedge that follows along and goes all the way back around. You can see it. Well, maybe you can see it. Back over there. Just beyond. I think you can see a little bit of it right there if you follow the cursor. There's a bit of it goes all the way back along there. And you could not get into this. The gate was closed. I think there was a little guardhouse right out here next to it. Little guard shack. I don't think there was actually a guard there, but this was the South Farthing Gate. Well, the day they put in the housing instances, this gate was open and you continued on down through here. Followed it further down south, and you'll see we will come up on another little shed, and we've got a couple more hedges and a couple more gates. Now here is Andy Brockhaus. He is the current Michael Delving housing broker. He's the guy, he will sell you can right click on him.
I'm pleased to be of service.
And he will pull up a list of all the different neighborhoods that exist right now. Goes from Elbrook all the way down to Yoketon, or Yoketon. It's probably how you say it. It'll show you how many standard houses are available in those neighborhoods, how many deluxe houses are available, and how many kinship houses are available. As you can see, some of the ones like Elbrook are slap near full. They got one kin house available and nothing else. Other ones like Birch Tunnels are pretty much empty. 11 standard houses, 7 deluxe, and all 4 kinship houses are still open and available in Birch Tunnels. Must not be one of the more exclusive neighborhoods, you know? Not one of those highly desired postal codes. You can also, as you see, if you're only interested in deluxe houses, as it were, you could turn off standard houses. You could turn off kinship houses. And there you go. That will give you a list narrowed down of just the ones that have deluxe houses. As you see, most people go for deluxe houses, so we've gone from all that long list there just to these 4: Birch Tunnels, Cleaving, Dry Furlong, and Elder Glen. Now the one that I'm going to be heading into is Cleaving. Okay, now if you click on Cleaving, it will show you a list of every single house that's available, and it'll show you what price it goes for, and shows you what the upkeep is. Now, depending on the location and kind of the amenities, all the houses have the exact same hooks on the inside, the same number of hooks for you to put things, and the same number of hooks out in the yard. And you'll see what I mean by hooks in a second. Those are the predetermined spaces. When you go into a house, you can't just put anything anywhere. You have to actually choose what space you want something on the wall or in the yard. So each one has the same number of spaces, but depending on stuff like how close it is to the bank inside, how close it is to the exit, and I really think to a degree how nice the lot is, the prices vary from anywhere from 7 gold up to almost 8, 7 gold, 700. And the weekly upkeep goes from 150 silver up to 165 silver. So there you go. The one in particular that we're going to be looking at is 4 Winding Way. Now, having clicked on it there, you can click on Visit. You can click on Buy. So you could actually buy it here as well. Or I would imagine, click on Visit, it'll take you down there to it. We're actually going to go the manual way and show you all the interface there at the gate. Now, this right here is the new South Farthing Gate. You see it's off, it's totally closed, you can't get through it. So that's the way if they ever develop the South Farthing here on the map, because as it is, you've got the North Farthing, which is up here in Evendem, and up here in the green fields. You've got the East Farthing of Bridgefields. You've got the West Farthing, which includes all of Michael Delving and all this, and then you've got the South Farthing, which is down here, which is, as you see, not available right now. Okay, so we are going to come back up here and head right on up here. There's a milestone, and you see a glowing zone entrance. You can look in and see, but that's just a dead zone thrown in there to give you something to look at. Whenever you actually hit the entrance, you'll get that again. As you see, you do not own a personal house. Your kinship does not own a kinship house. So you can choose whatever neighborhood you wanted to go to. It's got the search function. If we had a favorite, we could click Show Favorites. There's Rain Gully. I must know somebody that lives in Rain Gully. But we're going to go on down to Cleaving. We will choose it. I am going to set it as my favorites. That's now added on the favorites list, so whenever I get here and I click, I now have Rain Gully and Cleaving available. And we are going to enter the neighborhood. It very quickly pops us here on the other side of the gate. As you see, if you go back through it, you would zone back and it would throw you back into the real world of the Shire, as it were. See, we have for sale signs. Now we are going to head down the hill. Now right over there, you see that house, that little building, you can see the roof of it right there. See the little buildings out front? That is where the Homestead Banker is. Let's go ahead and get over here. That's the little court. As you see, every homestead has a skirmish trainer, a skirmish bard for working on your skirmish skills. Each one has a mailbox, and each one has a homestead provisions of some sort. When you go inside, you've got some of your basic vendors, like a healer. You got the housing furniture, which you can buy various
I'm
pieces
pleased
of
to be of
furniture.
service.
Music for putting in your house. You can buy the various kinds of trees for your yard. You can buy stuff like floor paint, wall paint. You can buy pieces of furniture that go with that particular neighborhood. Like, for instance, we're here in the Shire, so you've got picnic tables, picnic benches. You've got a spruce tree, small empty wheelbarrows, small stone fireplaces, rhododendrons, Hills of the Shire theme. If we were in one of the elven neighborhoods, all these would be kind of elven based. Dwarf neighborhood, dwarf based, and of course human neighborhoods. It would be stuff like Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, you know, that sort of thing. Come on in through here. We always have, like I said, the supplier and provisioner. There's always an escrow broker somewhere in this area as well. The escrow broker is the one that if you decide to get a house, you fill it full of stuff and you quit making payments and you decide to abandon it or give it away, that sort of thing, the house goes back to being on the market, and everything that was in the house, all the possessions, everything that were in chests and stuff, go back to on the escrow broker there, that you can then take it out. The other thing is a vault. You see, open your vault, your shared storage, your wardrobe, etc. You can also get to the housing escrow there as well. So that will show you what your basic amenities are in each and every housing instance. So we are going to go right back outside, and we will go back up here, cut across the little back here, back to the little crossroads. There. Now this was the path that leads right up there is the entranceway. Like I said, right over there, right just beyond that hill is where you saw me at the bank. We are headed down this road, and we are going to go to number 4, which should be right here, I believe, just to the right of this bridge. Got a for sale sign out front. Number 4, Winding Way. Isn't this a lovely place? So you see, this is one of the deluxe houses. It's got the doors, it's got the 6 windows out on the front of it. I'll show you right back here. I believe this neighbor of mine right across the road. This should be what, number 3? Yes, 3 Winding Way. So you see, it's for sale too. If it had an owner, it would come up right up underneath it. It has the door and only 2 windows. That's one of the simple houses, the standard houses, and those only cost between a gold and I think a gold and a half. This is the deluxe house. This is the one that costs, I believe this one actually costs 7.5 gold if I am not mistaken. but I love this house. One reason for its price is because A, it is so close to the bank and it's so close to the entranceway. Let's pull up a map and take a look. As you see, we are right there on Winding Way. We've got the entrance right there. We've got the banker right there. Both are very short trips. Now, it's not like we were over here at this area where we would have a long route back to both of them. And the other thing, like I said, I really think the location, the lot and all has a lot to do with it, because just look how beautiful this lot is. You come out the door, you've got a willow tree in your yard here, willows all ahead of you. You're not jam-packed in, right, one house right next to the other, like, you know, the gods bless them, the Valar bless them, but over there in the elven house developments, it's like living in a trailer park. It's like, here's where my house is, where that tree is, there would be a elf house. Where that tree is, there'd be an elf house. There'd be a elf house where that for sale sign is. There'd be fit in another elf house right over here. On the corner of that lot, it's just crazy. They're just right next to each other. We've got plenty of mushrooms in our yard, so it already looks like we have items in our yard here, and we've got our own personal boat ramp that leads out. If we had a boat, we could sail our boat around out here. Not really, of course, but we could do it. And a nice place to stand and just smoke a pipe and go fishing, and a nice view of the bridge there. Let's go on in. Lovely sunrise. Let's go on into 4 Winding Way and take a look at what the inside looks like. Huge, huge, great room. Once again, very sweet. Hobbits like their space. We don't like our neighbors too close. We don't like our walls too close. Over at the elfin things, for instance, like the elf deluxe houses, they've got multiple floors. You've got like 2 rooms on the bottom, you've got a winding stair that goes up, and a room up top. But the rooms are so much smaller. The elf rooms are literally half the size of these. Like their great room is half this size. Oh, look at this, a nice little kitchen area over here. Already got some candles on the wall, got a nice fireplace on the wall of it as well. And then you go in the back and you've got a smaller room that's already got a couple of candles mounted in here also. This right here is about the room, the size of the rooms in the elf house. The elf deluxe house. It's much smaller. Still got the same hooks, but it just looks and feels much smaller. And if y'all have seen Glenorin's house over in there in the men's area, it looks and feels much smaller than this too. I'll have to show it to y'all again sometime. So this is what we were going to do. We are going to buy this house today. Use up some of this gold we're carrying around. So like I said, we could go to the vendor, or we can go right here, click on the for sale sign, and it will come up as well. This house offers 47 interior decoration hooks and 7 exterior hooks. Now those hooks are the spaces, the predetermined, pre-laid out spaces that you are able to put items. And it's not just, oh, we can put anything in those 47 spaces. They've got certain names. Like if you've got a large wall item, it can only go in a large wall item area. A small one can go in that area too, but a large area can only go in a large one. Same kind of thing in the yard. You've got large yard items, small yard items, medium yard items, huge yard items, which you only see at like kinship houses, that sort of thing. So as you see, price is 7 gold, 700 silver, and we've got 10 and 763. So we're going to have slightly over 3 gold when they're left. And I think, if I remember right, you can always buy a house when you hit 15th level. So we're about almost twice as high as what you have to be to buy a house. But I have been waiting this time to be able to save up the money and get a really nice one. So let's go ahead, click on Buy House. Boom. New personal house. Congrats on buying your first house. Be sure to pay your weekly upkeep. You can pay up to 26 weeks in advance via the housing management panel. You can see information about your house in the house panel, which can be accessed by the start menu under character. Visit your house, enter the neighborhood gate near the broker you bought the house from, choose your neighborhood with your name. That's why we put it in our favorites list, so that we would not forget which neighborhood our house was in. Owning a house gives you a discount to purchases from the vendors in the neighborhood, as well as a new skill which allows you to travel instantly to your new home. So we are going to go ahead and pull up our skill list. It is going to be an active skill. We want to look for, as our milestone skills, we are looking for travel skills. Travel to personal home. So we are going to put that one right there. Excellent. Actually, we're going to throw it right over here next to our milestone. So our milestone takes us to the Prancing Pony. Our personal house will now take us here. But we need to buy some traveling rations. As you see red, it takes 1 traveling ration to travel. And those are the special wafers that you have to buy at the shop. So we will buy some of those before we leave. The other big thing with it is management and decoration. Let's see, welcome to your new home. 2 buttons on the mini-map are visible now. Ooh, as you see there, we just had 2 buttons open up. One opens up the housing development panel, allows you to pay upkeep, unlock chests, change permissions for your house. The other button toggles decoration mode on and off. While in decoration mode, the hooks become visible, and you can use them the same way to slot equipment. If you need more decoration, visit the furnisher in the center of your neighborhood. That was the guy over there inside the housing provisions building. The other good thing about owning a house is that you can buy stuff from the vendors there at a 15% discount. So that is always a good thing. If you are in the need of like housing supplies, crafting supplies, travel supplies, you need to buy food, whatever you need to buy. Oh, and the big thing, repairs. Especially if you're one of the heavy armor people, like a guardian or champion or that sort of thing, and you wear the big, heavy, expensive plate armor and stuff, go there to do your repairs because you get a 15% discount. And let's say you were doing a raid and had been defeated a couple of times, you could literally get in the 100, 200 silver repair area. So getting a 15% discount on that is not chicken feed, especially in the early levels. Okay, now we actually have access to the mailbox. We could not have clicked on that before. So we have our own personal mailbox now. We are the only ones who can use it unless we give people permission. Like I said, right here is your housing management. See, there's the housing panel. It tells you how much it costs you. It tells you how much the upkeep is. Click on maintenance. It tells you when. They give you a free week. So as you see, you've got 1 free week. The lockout date will be the 30th of July. And if the next upkeep, we will need to deposit money within the next 6 days to keep our rent from becoming due. It is due in the next 6 days. They won't actually lock it out, though, until the 6th of August. All right? So we could go ahead and deposit 165 silver right now. Why don't we go ahead and do that? We definitely got enough. So you see it deducted it from it. And it has pushed now, as you see, it will deduct. We've got 1 week ahead. The lockout date has now gone back to the 6th. Yes, it's gone back to the 6th instead of the 30th? The 30th. Alright, so there you go. Bit confusing, I know, but you'll understand as we go along. And if you buy a house, it'll be fine as well. Let's click on here on the decoration mode, and you see that has now opened up all the decorating slots. We have a large yard slot here if we had a large item. There's a small yard, another small yard, a small, and a large. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thought we had 7 hooks. The other's the doormat. Okay, right in front of the doormat. Which usually just takes a doormat, and I don't think anything else can fit there. So that shows you where the housing slots are. And inside the house, it's much the same thing. We will go back in now. Go back into decorating mode. There you go. See, all sorts. We've got ceiling slots for like hanging lamps. You've got large floor and special furniture, small wall, large wall. Now there's large furniture, thin furniture for like putting real thin vases and things. Everything you can possibly imagine. Plus you've got an interface right here. It's always in one of the corners. Ambient music. If you buy one of those music boxes, like I said, you could throw that in there. Wall surface, wall color. This is for the wallpapers, like the Yuletide wallpapers and things that you get during the festivals. This is for just coloring your floors and your walls different color. If you've got special tile sets and that sort of thing, you can get those in here as well. And that's where you slot them in, just like you were slotting things on your character. Go to your character screen. You now have a house right there. You can always pay your house upkeep from the from your character panel. You don't have to travel back to your home here. You don't have to travel back to the homestead. You can always pay it from the character panel, and you can set up permissions. Like I am the owner, so I've got it set up where I, of course, can visit. I can use the chest, which I'll show you here in a second. I can do maintenance. I can change the decorations. I can use the decorations for the various decorations that are clickable and do things, and I can set up permissions. Everyone else can do nothing. So I am going to change, let's see, permissions for owner. Let's go to everyone, and the first one is visit. Okay, I am going to set it up so that everyone, whoops, they're already there, everyone can visit. So there we go. Now everyone can visit my house. Now maintenance, why not? Let's set it up so everyone can play maintenance. See, pay upkeep and unlock storage. So if we had some very charitable person that came by, walked into my house, liked the way it looked, and said, hey, I really like the way this guy's house looks. I'm going to pay a week or two of his maintenance, and wanted to pay my rent for a week or two, he could do it. All right. I'm not going to allow them to decorate, though. Decorate, use my chest, or manage the permissions. So there you go. And then add, you can add people. If you've got an individual, for instance, I am going to add in here my dwarf, Glennoran. And now Glennoran is added in here as well. So we will click that, and he, as you see, he is a member of the subgroup everyone, so he can already visit and do the maintenance. And I could add other things, like he could use the chests, he can decorate, he can use decorations, and he can manage permissions. So now Glennoran, my alternate, my main character as it were, my dwarf, can now do everything in here that this guy can. So there you go. Now the other thing is chests. There should be a chest in each one of these rooms here. You are allowed, in a standard home you get one chest. In a deluxe home you get two chests, and they function just like the chests in your bank vault. So we are going to go back here, go back into house, we're going to go to maintenance, and we are going to unlock the chest. The first one costs 100 silver. So we will unlock the first one, and there it is, housing container. And so you click on it, and it opens up, and it is just like one of the containers in your bank vault. It's got 25, 30. 5 by 6. You've got 30 container slots. The only thing is, it will not accept bound items. You can put anything else into it. You can put items that are bound to your account in there, so that any of your characters on this account could use it, I think, if I remember right. But you can't put personally bound items. For instance, I could not put any of my pieces of armor in there. Alright, the other thing is here. It is the one difference between this and bank vaults. Now I'm going to go here, housing, maintenance, and we'll unlock the second chest, which is 500 silver. Half a gold unlocks the second chest. And it is over here, and once again looks just like the first one. So now we have all the storage space that we are allowed to have as well. Alright. Unfortunately, I at this moment do not have any other items, housing items or anything that I can put in. So, just for giggles, let's go back out here to the vendor. Travel over to the housing provision store, jump the fence. This is currently up for sale, so I don't think we're going to tick off any of our neighbors by crossing their yard. It's going to be kind of hard for them to sell. The real estate agent's going to not like having me wearing a footpath across their yard, but hey, let's go into the provisions. Go into the housing furniture. What do you have? Available quests, the Taxidermist of Bree. Ooh.
Stay and have some tea.
That's right. We need to go there. In fact, here we go. This is a good thing to do. We will talk to him. We'll travel to Bree, and we'll get our first furnishing for free because it gives us a large bearskin rug when we complete this quest. Say, Gnarlo, do you know a big fellow by the name of Clar Whitethorn over in Breetown? I need to get an order to him from one of my clients as soon as I can. It's important, but I'm afraid it quite slipped my mind until this morning, and the post won't get it there in time. I don't suppose you could take this to him for me. It would be a great favor. So speak with Clar Whitethorn in Breetown. And our reward will be a large bearskin rug. Let's go ahead and accept it. The other thing we want to do is, the healer. Does the healer sell? I don't think they do, but let's take a look and see. So provisioner
I'm pleased to be of service.
Would you sell travel rations? No, you do not. Is there any other vendors here? There we go, the supplier and provisioner, of course. That's who I was looking for. We're going to buy some vendor rations, some travel rations. Come on, load in on
Good day.
me.
How
There
may I
you
help
go.
you?
Alright there, traveling rations. Let's go ahead and let's buy about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I always like carrying about that many on hand. If you were someone like a hunter, where you end up with a bazillion different travel locations, that's one of their specialties. Is almost every zone in the game they get at least one travel, personal travel skill. One of these icons for just about every zone in the game and some of the special areas. And they also, as they level up, get one where they can carry groups. So it's good to get to know your hunter friends, because they can teleport you all over the map as a group. And you saw, as I bought the travel ration, this turned from gray to turn to color. So now the skill is actually usable. It's no longer grayed out like a lot of these combat skills and all are. So there we go. And the reason I did that is because I am going to use my map and travel to the Prancing Pony, where I'm bound, instead of taking that long travel and horse ride over there to Bree. We will just map over there right quick. Sorry, y'all caught me taking a big old swig of the refreshing ginger ale. So we're here at the milestone. I'm gonna load up my horse. Let's call that Tinder again. And we will travel on down the hill from the Prancing Pony back toward the west gate and the vault. But we are gonna turn before we get there and head down the little side road. Remembering correctly, right here. Yeah, there's the building, there's the Breetown Vault. Stable Master's right over there. If we had ridden here on a horse, there's where the Stable Master is. We are going to turn here, and we are looking for the Taxidermist. I believe he is right up these stairs. Yep, You'll see the taxidermy sign out front with the deer head on it. There's usually a bunch of hides and stuff. I think tacked to the wall. There you go. And we are going to enter the Taxidermist Shop. Clar Whitethorn and all the various taxidermists. There's a fishing taxidermist. He's the one that mounts all the fishing trophies you find. The regular 2 taxidermists here, the one you take your other animal trophies to. And I'm not sure who the collector is. We'll have to take a look at him while we're at it too. Clar Whitethorn, the taxidermist of Bree.
Greetings, friend.
What's this here? An order from one of those furnishers, is it? Bit of a rush job, isn't it? They can never get things set out in a timely fashion, can they? Still, if the price is right, so be it. It looks to me like you got the short end of this deal, though. Tell you what, I've got a little leftover something in the back. It's just taking up room now. I've got new pieces I've got to get to work on, so I'll let you have it for your trouble in coming over here so quick. So we're going to get our reward of a little silver and a large bearskin rug. Excellent. Did he have a quest?
Are you looking for something, friend?
He didn't have another quest on him. And here is the collector.
Are you looking for something, friend?
Collector, a collection of robes in deep black, most uninviting. Interesting. White potted horn. Dark music boxes. And looks like you can trade them in for burning shadow and all sorts of other things there. Saruman's rings, the white potted horn, the red potted. Those must be items that you get in the Isengard or Rohan expansions. You see, those are the fishing trophies. We'll have to go fishing soon too. Get some trophies for our wall. I'm going to travel right back outside here. Don't have to, but I'm going to travel back outside here into the fresh air. And then, here's why we bought the travel rations. We're going to travel to our personal house. Yay! A brand new teleport for us. So let's pull out our map, scan the directions, and we should head that way in just a moment. There. As you see, it throws us right at the entrance. We go in and see Four Winding Way, home of Gnarlo. Open the door, go in, and we now have in our inventory large bearskin rug. So, let's open up the decoration. And there is a large floor space right there. Let's right click on it. As you see, it opens up. We can now drop into the slot a large bearskin rug. What do you mean it can't be? Oh, special friend. I'm not wanting that. I want the large floor, not the special. So you got 2 of them there. There we go. Right, large bearskin rug. And as you see, let's right click here again. I want the large. I hate when you get this whole thing with the whole. Let's see. Can I tab target? Alright, there we go. Right click on its name. There we go. When you get those like that, the special and the large that kind of overlap each other, to get back to it, you got to right click on the actual name. Otherwise, it keeps thinking you're trying to click on the special furnishing. But as you see, this slider here is how you just slide. It's facing, and we want it facing the door. So there you go. Now close it. It's locked into place. Let's close the decorating mode, get out of that, and as you see, we've got our first piece of furniture, a large bearskin rug. PETA's not going to be happy, but PETA's not living in Middle Earth either. So there you go. That is what housing is like. This is definitely not going to be a no smoking establishment. Let's go ahead and pull out our pipe and enjoy our day. Okay. So there you go. When we come back, we will continue the epic quest heading into the southern swamp across the road from Ostguruth and looking for the stone speaker guy. I think his name is Eric. There it is, Eric the stone speaker in Harlog. But for now, I am going to enjoy staring at my piece of politically incorrect furniture and smoking my politically incorrect bowl of tobacco. Nicotinia, or pipeweed, whatever you want to call it. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed it. Y'all have a good day, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching.